What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl, Savvy E from GVTV, taking it to your streets. And on this side is the DJ that don't DJ.
Yeah.
Is what? What's your name?
DJ PRS.5.
That's right. And we're back with another episode of GVTV, taking it to the street.
That's right.
I don't know what episode it is, guys. So just bear with us.
Yeah, we like on the 1 million to the 1 million.
Right. We're doing so much stuff out in these streets.
In these streets.
That's right.
In these streets.
In these streets. So we got a special guest, so we're going to introduce her later. But right now, we're going to chop it up and just tell y'all what we've been doing lately.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for joining us today on a good old Sunday evening. Well, if you say afternoon or evening.
Yeah, afternoon. Evening is sunny, and then it's not sunny because the weather is like in and out, you know.
Right. So. And then we got safaris going on out there.
Yeah.
What's that about?
I don't know. It's crazy.
I guess God trying to tell us something.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, some God is trying to tell us. No.
I
Okay.
don't know.
You know, I'm going to leave my singing career to the next time,
Right.
next lifetime.
We got to say shout out to our boy, our co-host,
All right, what's his name again?
Mr. LA.
No, I'm joking. Mr. LA, he ain't here today,
He's not here today.
but he will be back soon.
Right.
So shout out to you, Mr. LA.
Mr. LA, we miss you, bro.
That's right, we miss your silliness.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have to I'm gonna have to count down for you today with this guy right here.
Yeah, we ain't got nobody hanging off the rafters.
Right, like a monkey.
Why you gonna call it that, a monkey?
Oh, my side, my bad.
Yeah.
Like a gorilla.
It's even worse.
So how you been?
We got a little bit of a break after, the tailgate and stuff like that. But I've been busy. I've been actually busy with the job,
Okay.
and of course, Good Vibes Television,
Right.
and Trinity Spice FM. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna say, huh?
Yeah, with Trinity Spice FM. Trinity Spice, we've been busy. We've been downloading all the new music. I want to say special shout out, special congratulations to Miss, I think she pronounced her name Akshay Abrahams. She won the Miss World contest.
Okay.
Miss World contest. She's from Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
So
Shout
I
out
want
to
to say
her.
special shout out.
We need that thing. We gonna need to purchase that thing so I can go.
Yeah.
And do the hand clap. I just want to start to play with the guys. Right.
So
Like,
she made it to
get
the,
on people's nerves with it.
us island folks. We made it to the big stage.
Okay.
Yeah, she made it on the big stage, the Miss World.
All right.
And I
So
want to think she's the third person.
they made it.
And don't kill me, Trinity people. I think she's been the third person that's won the Miss World.
Okay.
We did have a Miss Universe, Janelle Penny Commission, and I think that was in '77.
Okay.
So if I'm wrong, put it in the comments. But
So y'all like to be called Trini people?
Trinity people, yeah, no,
Okay.
Caribbean.
Oh,
We
Caribbean.
Caribbean folks.
All right, because I don't want to see
Yeah.
anybody on the street be like, "Hey, Trini people."
Yeah.
I mean, like, because the Trinidad told me to call y'all that.
Right. Right, we Trinidad folks.
Yeah, so we had a lot of stuff going on this calendar for March, but we had a lot of people that canceled on us. You know what I mean?
You said cancer?
Yeah, we had a lot of cancellations. Like, I don't understand what's going
Yeah,
on.
y'all ain't know what y'all
get
missed.
good vibes.
Y'all ain't know what y'all was missing.
But look, when one person dropped the ball, the door opened, so we got some
Yes.
other stuff coming up. We got some
Yeah.
another chef that we're going to be interviewing.
Yeah,
You get to taste good food, guys.
that's right.
I'm gonna be fat before this all over. You know what I mean?
And you know what's crazy? I want to say shout out to Chef Rock.
Right.
You're our first major chef on here.
Right.
And I swear, man, I went on your Instagram page and I couldn't believe that the one reel with me eating the lamb
Went by.
ended up with 1.2 million views. I was like,
So
wow.
we need the hand clap.
And all I said was, I might have to trademark it, but all I said was, I might have to lick this off my beard later.
Yeah,
That was it.
like the bubble gum in the water on the thing. Like
Water
we
and
got some
bubble
things.
gum.
Like we got some sayings. So if y'all remember
Water
these
and bubble
sayings,
gum is our saying.
right. If y'all remember those sayings, and y'all can
Hashtag good vibes.
hashtag them and DM us.
That's
we
right.
might, y'all might send y'all a gift.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, but yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. But we got the what's the thing with the wrestler people and all that?
Oh.
Y'all know I don't know that stuff. So we got that coming up soon.
Got WrestleMania,
Yeah, WrestleMania.
April 6th and April 7th.
Right.
Um,
Then what we had when we was gonna go to Jersey, but we had to
Yeah,
cancel.
yeah.
But they
yeah.
coming here soon, so we still
Okay,
got
yeah,
that.
we still got that. That's with the
Right.
was it the basketball? Is that basketball?
Yes.
Yes.
And then we going back into the studio the 25th, right, or 24th
Mm-hmm.
of this month. And then we got
25th.
a special guest that's gonna be joining us. that we added to the team. So shout out to DJ Duke.
DJ Duke.
He's on our team. He's on the Good Vibes team right now. So we excited about that. We're gonna bring you a little something different.
Right.
But we still gonna be doing Good Vibes, taking to the street, but we're gonna have that on the low a little bit so we can get back in studio and get that.
And we got a lot of stuff in store, you know.
Yes, we did.
Unfortunately for the first show, I wouldn't be there, but
anybody gonna miss him.
Hang on in there. We actually have a DJ that will be playing.
Right, he's gonna be a real DJ that's gonna be the ones and twos. You know
right. So, what up with his DJ Dude?
Right. Oh, and wait a minute. Speaking about that,
heavy.
me and you again. This is gonna be my partner in crime. We gonna have to do something.
Friday.
We're going to do some bad stuff. So but no, then we back. What, next Friday?
Next Friday.
Me and you.
Talk Heavy Radio.
Taking over Talk Heavy Radio. DJ Duke is being brave enough and leaving us alone by ourselves again.
Oh Lord.
And we got a special guest that's going to be in the studio then too. So just look out for us, guys, and don't forget what we think they need to do. They need to do what? Like.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Make sure you push that like button, hit that follow button, subscribe button.
Yes.
You ain't got to pay a damn thing, man. It's free.
Right.
Free.com.
Free.com. Y'all that's costing y'all a lot of money.
I mean, people meet me on every day. Man, I got to set the notification for the show. Just hit the YouTube, man. As soon as it pop up, it'll show you a notification. And if not, just pop back onto the YouTube. You'll see it. But make sure you like, subscribe, drop us a comment. I mean, we appreciate all that stuff.
Right.
Y'all want to show support? We're not asking for money. Just give us the likes and the.
But if you want to sponsor us,
feel free.
We taking sponsorships too. So if y'all know anybody that want to sponsor us, if anybody want us to recognize them and sponsor them, I mean not sponsor them, but recognize them on our show, just call us up.
That's right.
We trying to head to a whole nother plateau.
And we accept all kind of payments,
No, I don't accept all kinds of
food stamps.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll take the food stamps. Don't get me wrong. This don't make no sense the way this is.
Yep. Free food. Because we like to eat.
You like to eat? We
like to eat.
Oh, okay.
We're all trying to get the LA size. I don't know how you eat and stay that narrow.
I know. I gotta work out, and I don't be doing that half the time.
Yeah, I dream about working out.
You did? Oh, that girl was talking about your stomach yesterday.
What girl?
The girl yesterday was talking about your stomach.
Yeah, they always talk about my stomach.
I have seen this man work out. It's like, where's the belly coming from now? Where is the belly coming from?
So, UFC, man, I work out. When I do work out, it's hard. But believe it or not, I have not worked out for more than a year.
Okay.
And that was the crazy part. I used to actually do P90X. I actually had a six-pack.
A six-pack of what?
Long time ago. But
when you was like in your 20s?
Yeah, I had a six-pack.
You had children?
Yeah. I think I had one of them boys. I had one of y'all.
And shout out to our camera guy today. One of his sons said, Christian is always here. Never in school. We try to figure it out. Even though today is Sunday.
AKA C-Bass.
C-Bass. That's what he calls it?
AKA, that's what he calls it.
Okay, what do C-Bass stand for?
I don't know.
Like 20 bands?
AKA Chris Rain.
Okay.
What's your wrestler name?
The Enforcer.
The Enforcer. Okay. What you enforce over there?
I don't know.
Okay. But anyway, guys, like I said, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe to our channel. So our Facebook is GVTV Crew, right?
Yes.
And then our Instagram is Good Vibes Crew _06. And then our YouTube is Good Vibes Television. So y'all have no excuse not to be following us or liking us or subscribing to our YouTube.
Yes.
So.
None whatsoever.
Right. So, since we said all that and we chopped it up with ourselves and we told y'all what's going on, we're going to bring our very special guest on today. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring on Miss Lady Dane, all the way from DC, guys.
Hello.
We're going to do that.
Hey, nice to have you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Welcome to beautiful, cold, and cloudy Baltimore.
I see. The wind has been disrespectful today.
Right.
How was your drive up here?
It was good. It wasn't a bad drive.
Okay.
That's
The
good,
wind
that's
didn't blow you because I know.
No, it was definitely blowing the car.
Yeah.
I had to, ground my car for a moment up with two hands. And I'm
Right.
one-handed kind of girl. I'm like, wait a second. It's pushing me.
Right. Do you lean back?
Sometimes I do. It depends on the mood.
Yeah.
But most time I'm, one-handing it.
That's good. So tell us about yourself.
Well, I am reigning from the DC area. I am Lady Dame, an artist. I am a rapper, a entertainer, a content creator. I'm just everything entertainment.
Okay.
All right, all
Yeah.
right. So what's your favorite out of all that, though?
Oh my gosh, what is my favorite? I can't even say, but I think now that like social media is going to a different kind of realm, I think now would be more so just creating content.
Okay.
Yeah, and see, I'm a no niche artist,
Mhm.
so like you won't see one type of thing on my TikTok or on my Instagram. You'll see all kinds of things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let everybody
That's
know where
good.
they can find you at on your TikTok.
Yes, well, it's Lady Dame TV on my TikTok, and then you can find me, of course, on Instagram at Lady Dame Official.
Okay.
Okay.
I noticed, like, when I'm watching your stuff on your page, you say you're an artist, right? But I see that you into a lot of other stuff like the earthly, the earth, the sun, all that kind of stuff. Explain that. Like, it's a lot of times, I know a lot of artists that's into that stuff like that. But explain to me why you are into it.
Yes, well, I am heavily into spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you're talking the earthy, that's a lot of the grounding.
Right.
Okay.
But
Okay.
honestly, I kind of got into this more deeply in 2020 when the pandemic hit. I think that changed a lot of people, either for the worse or for the better. For
Right.
me, it changed me for the better, just because we had all that time to be by ourselves. So I unpacked a lot within myself, and then that humped the change for me, like catapulted me to just change totally, just to get more into my spirituality, freedom of the mind, to have more just stability all over. And so it just, I've always been into like crystals and
Yeah.
things because my mom, honestly, she's a musician like me,
Right.
and she's very spiritual. She is half African. I'm part African, and so that just kind of always been there. And then once the pandemic hit, just like I started changing my eating habits. I started going into more of a veganism diet. I cut off a lot of foods,
Mm-hmm.
and I just really changed my lifestyle.
Okay. So
Yeah.
how did it affect you health wise though?
Health-wise?
Yeah, because sometimes people change their diet and it do, they do get better, like far as healthy stuff like
Yes.
that. But then you got some people that get sick, So how did it work for you?
Well, I notice most people when they do that, they try to go cold turkey.
Right.
I never go that route. And
Too fast, too strong.
yeah. I mean everything in
Or
moderation.
too strong, too fast.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Absolutely. So you can't just cut it off. You have to find substitutes and then wean yourself out. So
That's
for
right.
me, I weaned myself off of things. Specifically, I say one thing, eggs. I was an egg girl. I ate eggs every day. But that's just something, just going into researching more about dairy products and things like that, that was something that I needed to cut off.
Right.
And so I didn't do cold turkey. Like, I'm just going to stop. No, I still ate eggs, but then I lightened up.
Mhm.
And then I went to an alternative, which was like vegan eggs or tofu or something like that. But yeah, people get sick because they just kind of go cold turkey,
Right.
or they don't know their blood type to identify what foods they should be eating.
Gotcha.
I know my blood type,
Yep.
so I know what I shouldn't and should be eating.
Okay.
So yeah, for me, it worked out great. I've made a lot of different changes in my body internally. I feel it every day.
Mhm.
And, I'm happy about the decisions I made. I'm just so happy. I think that made me go on my platform to start making smoothies, showing people, oh, I don't eat dairy, I eat vegan smoothies. That's
Right,
been
right.
my, promotional thing, and just to promote a better, healthy lifestyle for everybody in general.
Right. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I really do.
So in terms of, I want to say the vegan lifestyle, did you go to a nutritionist or was that something like you kind of researched on your own?
Yeah, I mean, everybody is different.
Right, right.
We talk about blood types, body types.
Mhm.
Everyone's different. So, me, I've kind of looked at the Dr. Sebi's,
Gotcha.
the different Dr. Lila Africas, different
Right.
people who talk about melanated prone people
Mhm.
who should have more of a nutritious diet with H3O, which is just water from fruits.
Right.
And
okay.
so, that's H3O2, not H2O. But yeah, for that, it was just, just kind of changing and going on with that. But I still I'm not 100% vegan, so
Right,
I
right.
say this term veganish.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I didn't cut off everything,
Right.
and I still eat chicken.
Okay.
Like I stopped eating chicken because I don't eat pork. I never really ate pork or like beef, red meat, and stuff like that. But dairy, I was eating a lot of, and
Right.
so just consuming all that, just kind of like, all right. And honestly, I've never been a milk person. I always liked almond or
Right.
some type of alternative like that. And then I started making my own milk just
Oh,
for
that's
less
cool.
ingredients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm lactose intolerant. I use milk to lose weight.
What are you doing?
That was my one.
That's one outlet. That's one.
There we
one.
go.
That's one. That's
Yeah.
one right there. That's one. That's one.
But yeah, that's so interesting when talk about nutrition and stuff like that. And I guess what you're trying to say is like, so as when you say you veganish, I guess if you like you say you eat chicken and stuff like that, but now you're not guilty because I'm eating it all the time. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like when I do eat it, I can have it because
I do it in
Right.
moderation.
I'm-
It's not
exactly.
often.
It's
So I'm
not
like,
often,
when
right.
I do eat, I'm like, okay, I'm
and a lot of
fine.
people that diet don't understand that. Like you don't have to. Oh my gosh, I ate chicken today. I'm the world's gonna fall. I'm gonna gain a whole bunch of weight.
Mhm.
No, man, you can do it because
You'll
you
be
don't
fine.
do it.
Right.
Get back onto your thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the type of person, if I stay away from something, then I start, I just OD. It's like I just gotta stop alone.
So, and I remember before we were on the, well, no, we were talking, but before you came on, we were talking about, I went back when I was into workout and used to do P90X and stuff. So P90X, I did that for like 2 years straight, and I was like, ripped, just like how the video showed. I mean, people, my coworkers and everything like that, when they was like talking about P90X, I was like, yeah, when they saw my photos and they was like, you know what, we've never actually seen somebody that we know that actually did it and it worked. So when they saw that, my results and stuff like that, I was like, oh, it actually did work. Yeah, it did work. And once you follow the diet and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But then Thanksgiving came. And
So,
then Christmas came.
Yeah, how did the holidays get people out of their regime? I mean, I know you
like
want
this.
to. I know you want to eat, stuff that's from the holidays or whatever. But why y'all just can't get back on it? See, I don't celebrate holidays.
Believe it or
so
not,
Yeah.
it's not as easy. I tried to get back on it, and you know what was weird? And you'll hear a lot of people say this, and maybe you might know what I'm talking about. But when I used to actually be eating really clean and working out and stuff like that, now I live like a block from Popeyes. So when we get home, I feel like eating Popeyes today. When I was working out, it got me sick.
Yeah.
I got out the car and I'd smell it and I'll be like, oh, God.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. And a lot of people don't understand what's that sick feeling like, but you do get a sick feeling when you smell the food. And it's like, how can something that smells this good something right now? That's how you know that's how I know I'm not eating healthy, because now I love the smell of it.
Yeah.
So,
Like, I'm not a person that eat out a lot.
right,
But sometimes, if I'm rushing around and I need something, because I'm diabetic, so I have to
right.
and I'll go to McDonald's and try to get something like an egg sandwich, something like that. It tastes weird,
Mhm.
and it's like, this is how you know I don't supposed to be eating this stuff.
Yeah.
So sometimes I just eat the bread
Yeah.
and don't eat nothing else. But let's talk about your career a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about.
Let's get into her.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's talk about what you've been up to, what you've been doing, and where you want your career to go from here.
Well,
'Cause I know I asked you a lot of questions.
yeah. Well, where is currently right now, I have taken a break. And I wanted to refocus, rebrand, and just refurbish myself in totally. So I wanted to get more into entrepreneurship. So I have a women's clothing line coming out
Okay.
this year. And of course, as people starting businesses, it is a lot of work,
Yes,
and
it
you
is.
didn't even put nothing out yet.
Yes.
So, it was definitely for me just discouraging a little bit, but I'll be dropping this year. So that's something to look out
Congratulations.
for. It'll be, mostly implementing more of my style kind of items, crop tops, bodysuits, things that I wear a lot that I feel like look good on other women.
Mhm.
And then I will have some unisex pieces too, so more like hoodies
Yeah.
that for men or women.
Right.
So look forward to that, and that's going to be called Doc Apparel, which means Diva of the City Apparel.
Okay.
I am the diva of my city. So.
I hear you.
That's
I
right.
hear you. I hear you.
So the ensemble you're wearing now, is that something?
No. This is something I razzle dazzle put together
Okay.
for y'all today. You know, shout out to Hanifa for the boots.
Okay, love it. We're gonna take pictures later because y'all can see the whole outfit.
I'm really digging the pull straps, like that what you find on a bag or the bottom of a jacket that's on their carrying.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, and talking about that, we do have shirts. Trinity Spice, not Trinity Spice, Good Vibes Television. So,
TV television shirts, go get yours.
Yeah, get out. So,
Yes.
we got a Pearl Chief, stop playing.
Yes. Yeah, once you hit subscribe and follow and like and all that stuff, we get you the info.
So, your clothing brand, right? So, once you get it out, like what kind of stores you want to put them in, or how you going to start it? Just doing shows, or how you trying to put that out
Push
there?
it out there.
So it'll be mostly via my website, via Shopify, and potentially Instagram store, like online,
Right.
Instagram shop. But nothing in stores right now since I'm just starting out.
Okay.
And it'll be just a couple of pieces just to see how it goes. But yeah, you can get everything on my website and be all available.
Right.
All right.
And I guess getting into the whole website, because I did my own thing myself, but getting into the website thing and all that stuff, it's really new, interesting, and easy but difficult at the same time. You know what I mean? But it's also expensive.
Yes.
Because you find out you have to pay your little fees on this, little fees on that, license on this,
monthly,
shipping,
phone number,
right? Everybody wants a little piece of the
separate
cake.
lines.
Yep.
Oh, you get a lot. You
But
get all the
it's
time a
still, even with all of that, it's still all exciting when you get your stuff up and running. So I'm proud, really nice. It's
Definitely
really
going
good
through
to
the
hear.
steps. But I'm
Yeah.
very excited. It's
That's
something
right.
I've been
That's
honestly
right.
working on for the past year and a half. And so I'm just excited for everyone to see what I've been working on.
And once you're up and running, trust and believe, GVTV is going to be
Right.
definitely.
Thank you. And I'm even going to bring you
support.
a shirt. Just when it come out,
Thank
you
you.
get some
Somebody
piece of
bring
little
us
apparel
something.
on for
That's
you.
right.
Somebody give us something around.
You got to show real model. I model the round guy crew. So
Yes.
The big belly guy.
so yeah, something for the big guys.
The big belly. For the
Yeah.
big belly.
I got you.
So, and that's another thing. Would you be putting them in like fashion shows and things like that to get them out there?
I haven't thought that far ahead. I'm be quite honest. But of course, I'm very well connected to all of my modeling friends and crews who have like teams out there who still do competitions and even balls and stuff like that. So yeah, I would love in some sense to represent my items in that type of way.
Okay.
But I haven't been that far yet. I'm still in these beginning almost
Stages.
to almost to launch stage, and that's just a lot in itself. But once I start to launch and you guys see everything, then of course that would be the next step.
Baby steps, baby.
Yes.
Don't get discouraged. That's all I can tell you. Don't get
Thank
discouraged.
you.
Keep pushing.
So, looking at your page, I'm just going to go back a little bit.
Mhm.
You used to model, so
Yeah.
how did you start that, and what made you transfer to something else that's outside of modeling?
Well, I really am big on my brand just being Lady Dang the Entertainer. So that is covering all kinds of entertainment for music, modeling. And so that was just another step from when I started off my career as an entertainer. I started off modeling at a very young age, and then I started going to different crews from the DMV area. And so that transition kind of came, I want to say, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years into modeling. And I was in a relationship with a guy, and he was a rap artist. And so I used to find it interesting. I knew all the songs as a kid. And it's kind of how my career kind of started, just writing. And so I just used to see him all the time. I'm like, I really dig this. Like how you making raps and, I was interested in that. And so he was like, oh, write your own music, because I was telling him to write some bars for me.
Okay.
Just like, nah, write your own. And so at this point, I'm still modeling, but then I started writing just a random 16. And so from then, I started spitting it to my friends and seeing what people thought. And he was like, oh, that's good, And I'm at modeling practice, like, what y'all think about this?
Right.
And so as I started coming out as Lady Dame, the artist, I started just becoming busy doing a bunch of things just as an artist versus a model.
Right.
And so from there, naturally, I just kind of went into artist mode.
Right.
And so that's how that happened. And then, of course, I was still doing stuff, but not as much as I used to as far as modeling, just because I felt a different calling at that point.
Absolutely.
And at this point, I was already maybe 10 years into modeling.
Okay.
And from under high school. So I'm like, This is something else I can have under my belt, something to master.
Mhm.
I've mastered modeling. I, got a status called legend. That's what they call it,
Right.
urban
Okay.
modeling.
Mhm. Yeah.
But icon is next. I haven't reached
Okay.
icon yet, but I'm at legend status. And so, I was like, all right, well, I can get into something else because I think I've done everything I can do here.
Right.
I'm ready to go to do that and see what challenges have me there. I like constant challenges, and I like stuff to feel like, oh, you can't do it? I'm going to just do it because I know I can.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
So what is your first song that you ever wrote and you put out?
Oh my gosh.
First set of bars.
It was two. It was Kanye when he did I'm So Appalled.
Yeah.
And then it was a Trina song, and it was like two instrumentals. Actually, no, it was Fabulous. The
Okay.
Fab song called "You Be Killing Them," dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Okay, and so when oh my gosh, the beat for me just was always giving something. So I was
Right.
like, I really want to write for this. So I wrote it. That was like my first 16, and I called it was like "You Be Killing Them" or something.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then my second one was the Kanye I'm So Appalled, because at that point Tyga, that was with Young Money,
Right.
he had named his I'm So Raw.
Right. Okay.
So at this point, like 4 other artists started doing this same beat, and a lot of the rappers at the time had this beat and were just kind of rapping to it. And I was like, shoot, I'm gonna put my little funk on it, and I did. So those were the 2 that I was spitting to all my friends to see what they thought. Yeah, so those were my first 2 little 16s I wrote.
So what song today that you would like to do some bars on? Like what artist?
Ooh.
And don't say Beyonce, please. Don't.
No, I mean, honestly, I'm more of a Kendrick kind of girl. I'm
Okay.
more of a J. Cole kind
Okay.
of girl. I like rappers with substance.
Got you.
Okay.
And so, and because none of my favorites put anything out that is really worthy, I'm gonna be honest. I
Mhm.
really can't think of nothing automatically that really that catches me. But if it were to be, it'll be something in R&B.
Okay.
Yeah, something sped up, like what is her name? I really love her, but she has some really good songs, like beat wise, production wise.
Mhm.
I would definitely probably rap on top of.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
Interesting. Want to get a quick shout out to our boy RL.
Oh, what's up, RL?
Thanks for watching, bro.
Thank you for being
See you
on
on there.
here.
He said he needs a shirt too, so.
Oh, for what? GVTV shirt? We got you.
It's a TV. I thought you was talking about one of her.
Oh, you talking about one of her?
cards. Yes.
Let us know who you want. You want
Yes.
ours?
There we go.
We don't know.
We gonna get it.
You can get all of them. Just get everything.
Okay, so we just gonna give you all of it, okay? Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Mm-mm-mm.
So, okay, I remember earlier you said that you don't want to be confined to, I guess, just one genre. What other genre do you dabble in?
Music wise,
Yes.
Pop,
Okay.
rap, of course,
Mhm.
R&B, and I want to kind of go more of an alternative kind of route, like an alternative R&B or alternative kind of pop.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Kind of like Alanis Morissette type. What was it? Willow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. You can say a Willow Smith.
Willow Smith. Right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, a lot of people not into her, but
I like
I've
her.
actually liked her vibes. Some of
I
her
do.
vibes I've
Mhm.
actually
I
listened
do.
to.
I really do.
And a lot of people don't dig her vibe too much.
I do because I love music.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a rap girl.
And
Everybody know me.
I really think she's talented. She's
She
really
is.
talented.
She's more talented
She
than her mom.
plays, yeah, because she can play instruments.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that because of their lifestyle. I'm talking about
Yeah.
when her mother came out with that group. That's what I'm talking about. Did you
Right.
remember that?
The group.
The group that she had, that she
Jada had a group.
Yeah. It was like hard rock or something.
Oh
or metal or something
wow.
like that.
No, I'm not
Jada?
familiar.
Y'all didn't know that?
No.
That's because I love music.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said,
I
I'm
did
a
not
rap
know that.
girl. I love rap, hands down. But I listen to everything. So I'll be listening to music,
Right.
and then I'll hear something, and then it'll stick with me or something like that, and I quarter one to her. Now I'm gonna be honest, because I like heavy metal, I was drawn to it, but I was like, yeah, she's not current it well. It was the music that was current that made me listen to it.
Okay.
But that's why I was saying that. As far as her mother, she's better in music.
Oh, for sure. I
Yeah,
think
she
she has
is.
more Will's kind of edge when it
Yeah.
comes to the
Yeah.
like creativity.
Jada do.
Yeah, y'all gotta look it up.
I gotta find that.
Yeah, y'all gotta look it
That's
up.
like a slap in the face.
You want me to
That's
shut
my
him
two.
down?
That's my two.
That's your two.
That's my two.
So our little running thing over here, he be making these corny jokes.
Oh my gosh, on the side.
Yeah, so we count them.
So that's two.
So if it's a
Two
good
for
one,
two,
it don't
huh?
count. If
Right,
it's a
right.
good one, it don't
Right,
count. But if it's
right.
corny, it's my two.
Okay, heard that.
Yeah. So, what else you have going on outside of just your music and your clothing line that you're coming out with?
Well, that's pretty much it, aside from things in my personal life.
Okay.
And which is also very loaded sometimes, but
Oh, wow.
in a good way, in a good way, in a good way. But I am a new Monty in my
Okay.
personal life, so my sister just had a baby boy.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So I'm so excited to be a first time auntie. Well, I'm a Monty because I'm a mom/auntie.
Oh, okay. I
To
like that.
him.
I like that.
Mhm.
So tell us that, and the people that follow you, tell us something that people don't know about you.
Oh my gosh.
That people be like, oh my God. I
That's
would
so
never think.
generic because there's so many things. Well, I'm a plant mom. I have
Okay.
a green thumb.
There you go.
I have a brown one. Every plant come in my house dies.
Oh my gosh. I
I'm
nurture
trying to
my
get the ones that
baby.
don't die, and they still die.
Oh yeah. Mhm. Oh, it's a method to the madness
There
with
you go.
plants.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe let's see what other things people don't know. I don't know. It's so many things people wouldn't know.
Okay, so let me try to make it easy.
Yes.
When you're not, I guess, Lady Day, wake up on a regular Saturday morning, and you have the Saturday for yourself, no plans, no nothing, what would you do? What would be your thing for Saturday morning to relax?
To roll a J. Yeah.
There you go.
Wake up, awake and bake for sure. J.
Wait and bake.
Awake and bake. It's
I
my
like
favorite
that.
pastime. Make a little breakfast.
Right.
And honestly, everything is content.
Oh.
So if I'm making
you're
a
not
smoothie,
working.
well, of course. But you said Saturday to myself.
There you go. There
You
go.
know, if I'm not, going to a job, my
Right,
job.
right,
But
right.
yeah, if it's Saturday to myself, I'm starting off with a wake and bake,
There you
a little
go.
breakfast.
Right, right.
And then probably content create is usually what I would do on my
Would
Saturdays.
flow right after. Okay.
Yeah. And if I'm in the mood, I will go out or something, hang out with friends. But
Right.
I feel like these days I'm so low key because I'm very conscious about who I share my energy with.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have, I don't want to be around a lot of other
Right.
entities that I'm just like,
Right.
I'm just really chill these days.
You want more quality people to be around too. Help boost
Absolutely.
your-
Even if it's nobody.
Yeah,
I need quality
I got you.
persons
I got
always around me. So
I got you.
that's pretty much my Saturday. I will probably off my spirituality things play
Yeah.
some sound bowls,
Okay.
burn some sage in my place.
Right, right.
And honestly, I really like to clean a lot. So
No, she said
Saturday,
it in a nice way. She said burn some sage.
yeah.
No, we didn't
I
say,
love to
we
spend
say
a
bun
Saturday
sage.
Would you say burners?
Bun sage.
Bun sage. Is that a
We go-
Baltimore thing?
No, I was the Caribbean thing. We're going to bun some sage.
Oh yeah, there's a more Caribbean. Where you from?
We're going to bun some sage. I'm from the Caribbean. No,
Oh,
I was actually born in the Virgin Islands, but I grew up in Trinidad.
VI.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was American in Trinidad.
Oh,
Went to
wow.
school, spent my entire family, everything. We grew up in Trinidad, school, everything. So my Trinity come out every now and again, So.
Oh, I heard that. I heard that.
What he just said.
I heard that.
Right.
So you said that your mother is from Africa?
Yeah, Ghana.
Yeah.
You're from Ghana?
Mhm.
But was you born here or what?
I was born here.
Okay.
Yes. So my mom was also born here. My granddad, who's passed, he is Ghanaian.
Okay.
Okay.
And my grandmother is American.
Right.
So my mom is half African, and she's actually in Africa now. She's been there since the pandemic.
Oh wow.
Yeah. When
That's
they,
true, y'all.
oh yeah, when they closed the borders,
She
she kind of got stuck out
Yeah.
there.
Got you.
And then when they were finally like opening up and it's like, oh, we can get Americans from different countries back home. She was like, I don't really want to come back.
Right.
She has
Yeah.
her
Got
her
spoiled
acres and her mule,
That's
honey.
right. That's
Ah.
right.
And it is hers. And she's like, oh yeah, I have my land. She's built on her land.
Right.
She has a pool, a house. She
Oh,
has
yeah,
a
mama.
few outside bathrooms. She has few fruit trees.
There
She
you
has
go.
a
Oh,
barn.
put it in the
She
light.
had, oh yeah, she got
I ain't coming back
chickens.
here.
She got everything.
Yeah, well,
She's
she
not
gonna come
coming
back.
here.
And everything all natural.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
seriously.
fabulous.
So I had just got my my dual citizenship, so I'll be going to visit her this year.
I was just about, yeah, we was
Oh,
about,
yeah.
I was about to ask
Yeah,
the same thing. Well,
so-
have you been since?
Oh no, not yet, but I have went
Okay.
through all my paperwork and stuff, so I'm going this year.
I'm excited for you going because
I
I swear,
am too.
when you go and you get into some of that fashion,
Oh
you
yeah.
come back and bring that here. Oh my Lord. I mean, if it's two places I know has like really good fashion, it's Africa and India.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we see them as poorer countries, but some of that stuff is that they wear is like so expensive.
Oh yeah, like the materials.
Materials and
Oh
stuff to make
yeah.
that stuff is so daggone expensive.
And the quality also was really good there too.
Yeah.
So
Right.
they'll have something made for you, and this lasted years without a thread,
Yep.
shred in
Mhm.
sight.
Mhm. Nice colors. It's so unique. It's so refreshing to see some of that. Those cultures come out.
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
But you know what's weird? So you'll see somebody from India or somebody from Africa wearing the clothing, and we'll say they fresh off the boat.
And
but
that boat could be coming from royalty because
Right.
a lot of people in Africa, they have higher ship, some type of hierarchy. Like my mom, she's a queen in a village in Ghana.
See?
And so
Did I
she,
make you a princess?
yeah, in a
I
sense,
guess, yeah,
sure.
yeah.
So when I come home, yeah, I will probably have a whole little
Princess
little
Day.
opening type thing.
You're
But,
gonna change the name to Princess Day.
Yeah, right. But yeah, and you just never know. But a lot of times people have statuses that
Yeah.
come from Africa,
And we've met a lot. I've met a lot of different. I've met people that work with us.
they could be chiefs.
Yeah, they were like chiefs. They were I guess kings of the village or whatever like that. And they were just here to feel things out and to go back.
Mhm.
Okay.
And when they go back and you realize the status they have there, it's like wow.
Yeah.
What is RL saying? We got
He
somebody.
said Jada Group was hardcore. Savvy knows how to make things grow.
Thank you for that, because I'm telling you, come see my plants, you probably think different.
Uh-uh.
I love them though. I love plants because I love what they give off, the vibe that they give off. And I like how they, plants mellow me. But it's like, my grandmother had the green thumb, my aunt, she had her garden and everything, and they would give me flowers from their garden, and they would tell me how to take care of them, and I would follow them, and they would still die. I have a plant now that's holding on to their life.
Oh my
Yeah,
You know,
me
So I'm just like,
I have an
Someone gotta
avocado
get
tree
it.
that I'm trying to grow, and right now it's just a stick with no leaves.
see.
But it's hanging in there.
Yeah, you just need to expose it to some more sun.
And that's what I did. Since it's been warm out, I've actually put it outside. So it's
See, I
giving me
have
some natural light.
a lightning,
right.
to plug in. So I
Okay.
have 4 avocado plants that I'm growing.
What?
Yeah. So the key is because you want to stimulate growth. So once you get this 6-inch,
Mhm.
and they have a couple of leaves, cut it back.
Okay.
Keep it in water though. So I don't know if you have it in any soil, but keep it in water so the roots can just continue to grow with
Gotcha.
some lighting.
We're going to do it.
You can get it.
Another show with her about plants.
About plants.
Mhm.
Or plants with Lady Dane.
Yeah.
Please, I would love that concept.
Plants.
I will even bring a few of my babies for y'all to
We're
see.
going to be for a couple of shows because we're going to have the plant section, then we're going to have the fashion section.
And talking about fashion.
This makes me an additional co-host. on the
Right,
side,
exactly.
you know?
Talking about fashion, like when I was looking at your Instagram page and stuff, like you have some good fashion. Like, do you dress yourself or do you have a stylist?
Well, I dress myself now. I used to have a stylist, which was my sister.
Okay.
And then I had a stylist years before that when I was touring and things like that. His name was Asante. But honestly, I feel like all these different people I've had around me and just being exposed to different stuff, I'm comfortable with dressing myself all the
Okay.
time and styling myself.
Right.
For photo shoots, the same. That OnlyFans photo shoot maybe that you saw where I had the different gloves, the green, the blue, the orange. I
Yeah.
styled that and came up with that concept.
Okay.
Yeah, so me.
All right. I like a girl to know how to dress herself.
You know, you gotta learn how to do it all these days.
Yeah. I'm trying to do another photo shoot. I did a photo shoot a while back, so I need I might have to come to you.
Yeah.
Sister.
Absolutely, I'm here for all
Yeah,
that.
I'm like outside of the box.
Mhm.
Like I don't want to be in the box. I want to, and something that I don't normally wear on an everyday basis, and I want to be challenged. You know, these are the photo shoots that I want to go forward for doing.
Mhm.
You know, not just the basic, you put on an outfit. No, I want to be taken to another level.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So like, take me on that rocket ship.
Well, I mean, it's good that you're open. You don't feel
Yes.
scared about trying something different. So hey,
I think because this day and time, you have to. You know, everybody like I said, I do events, and when I do events, a lot of people like to stay in the box, and and you know, no disrespect to anybody. I have to do what they ask me, but in my head, I'm like, that's so boring. That's so mundane. Like, we have seen that. Do something that people have not seen.
Yeah, push the envelope.
Yeah,
push the envelope.
Challenge yourself. So how do you challenge yourself?
Well, one way is because I don't have a niche, so I do a bunch of different things to see what kind of response I'll get. So I challenge myself there. When I don't feel like I can do something specific, like I wanted to get better on my tech skills, so I started taking some IT classes.
Okay.
Right. Challenge myself creative wise, just because different writing, different types of music, different genres. And all those things are a challenge.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, constantly just trying to push the ball for myself, even fashion wise. When I came up with that idea, even when I did the OnlyFans video shoot, that was a challenge because I wanted to have more of a storyline, not just a woman just looking sexy with some. I wanted to have a storyline. I wanted to make it comical. I wanted to, wanted just to look like, be different. It's like, oh, okay, no one in my area is doing stuff like this. So every time I always want to. The last thing I just did,
So outside of music and fashion, is there something else that you want to explore, challenge yourself?
Yeah, technology.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean that's something that's honestly a little bit.
Okay.
I do really, I'm pretty tech savvy, and I do like to entertain myself in that way. And honestly, I've been kind of learning and taking classes. Even got a couple of certifications, so that's something I'm also interested in. Okay. And also, that's where the nice bucks are.
And that's true. So true. So true. What are you over here doing?
Trying to get different shots, but we're in there.
This is like what men do. Like we doing a show, and this man playing with stuff.
No, I'm trying to see if we can get a better shot of her, but we're doing good.
Okay. That's what when we first start, you're supposed to do that. Here you go now. Boys with their toys just irritates the heck out of me. So would you ever want to do like a podcast or a radio show? Or?
Well, I didn't want to speak so soon.
Oh, okay.
But yes, I am working on a podcast, actually.
Okay.
And I'll just throw this potential name out there, Dame's Corner.
Okay.
There you go. Savvy's Corner.
Dame's Corner.
Yeah, I have a show called Savvy's Corner.
Really?
It's Savvy Entertainment Corner.
Okay. So Dame's Corner. And it is a podcast that I've been entertaining the last several months, just coming up with different concepts.
Right.
If I want to have people come over and do my whole thing, I have a studio set up already.
Okay.
And then pretty much I have everything set up. But timing is also important.
Yes.
So, I don't want to confuse my base and be like, oh, but again, I'm not a one niche artist, so I do all kinds of things.
Right.
So yes, I am working on a podcast. I'm glad you said that. Yeah, Dave's Corner.
There you go. That's good.
So we're gonna have to have you back on there talking about
Definitely.
Yes.
Oh, maybe she can have us on her show.
Yeah, no, seriously.
You want the Three Stooges because we got go.
Yeah, come on through. Come on through.
Yes.
Yes, we're gonna get to drive to DC.
DC not that far.
I know.
Oh my God.
It could just be fun,
No, this guy, he don't even know how to drive around his own city. So
as long as
DC
I got
might be a challenge for him.
Garmin or GPS on there, I'm good.
To DC?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You need GPS to get to DC.
Because you gotta know where the camera's at.
You know what, LA? Yeah, you're right.
As long as you got on that Waze app, you'll be good to go.
There you go. That's my boy right there. Waze.
They tell you everything.
Wazi. I don't know how y'all pronounce it, but yeah, that is a godsend.
Lord Jesus. Learn your city.
It'll tell you police up ahead.
Yeah,
Learn
crashes, cameras.
Yep,
and in
everything.
DC, they getting new cameras installed.
Everywhere,
so
right.
you can't just know the area like you used to, because now right in front of where I live, past this like stop sign, they have cameras right in the stop sign. If you don't stop for 5 seconds, it's
Are you
$150 ticket.
What?
Oh, DC is Pettyville.
Wow.
Pettyville.
That's when I used to go to DC, I hated the way the streets are and all
Yeah.
Oh, it's gotten worse. Because they made nothing but room for bikers. So it's like they don't even want cars here
I guess
no
they
more.
did it here too. For the bikes.
Right, but my thing is,
They
to me,
overdid
it's
it over
still
here.
dangerous because I be watching them and it's like they be coming up the street and I'm like, are you gonna stop because you know it's traffic this way?
Right.
And some of them don't. Some of them keep going. You know, so I
have
think
the
it's
right
dangerous.
one.
They need to be on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And then they be in my way.
And they be in the way.
They be in the way for real. I don't like nothing about it.
And then, you know, it's not a lot of parking in DC. Of course, during the pandemic, they had all the restaurants kind of move, have patio.
Yeah.
They still have that same setup years later. So
Really?
it's not like a lot of parking. If you going where all the stores are, you got to park far away and get to walk in because
the
streets are crazy.
They still have some of that here. What is that, Canton down there or
Mhm.
whatever? And they
Point
just started opening up the street. And the neighborhood's having a problem with that because they like the way it was.
Yeah, no.
They like the way it
So
was.
like you gotta make room. First of all, the lanes are already like this.
Right.
So you got the bike lane, you got these little bricks, how they want to do that now, and then they got the restaurants on the inside. So it's like, come on, y'all. At this point, we good. Let's just let's move it back in.
It was even on the news here where we had one particular area, Walther Avenue,
Mhm.
where the residents were complaining, nobody rides here. Why do we even have a bike lane? You know, so it's like there's nobody riding on
At
this
this point,
street.
they just using the funds to just do
Yeah,
anything.
they do what they have to do.
They be like, oh, we got extra money. Let's just clear the bike lane.
Yeah, let's just make some
Right.
lanes around.
Right.
And just start touching up the street with the colors. No.
And what about these the little scooters and stuff that they just leave all over the place?
All
I
over
think it's
the
like,
yeah.
you know, a waste of money.
Mm-hmm.
And
Those
then-
scooters be everywhere.
And I mean, I understood the concept of it to have like, you know, like, what is it, good for the environment because it's all electric and blah, blah, blah,
Right.
blah. Easy transportation if you won't get from here to there. But people just abuse some of this stuff and
They do.
they just throw it anywhere, they wreck it, they do what they gotta do.
And then half the time in DC, they supposed to be in the bike lane apparently, but they be in the
Right.
street swerving,
Everywhere.
and you be like, "Come on, y'all, I'm about to hit you real quick.
Right.
What you doing?"
Right. So let's gossip a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Just a little bit. Right. So what do you think about, what is this girl named Recipessa? And this
Oh, Risa Tisa.
Risa Tisa. See, I don't even know the child name.
Yeah, I don't even-
But what do you
Don't
think
talk
about that and the whole thing going on? I'm gonna be honest, I ain't watching no 52 episodes of anything. But I saw bits and pieces and I saw her doing interviews and things like that. And I had conversations with people about it. And one of my conversations, I think it was yesterday, we was talking about it, and I was saying, no, let me take it back. Where Witchcom made a statement about it might be a big bad situation. And I took offense to that. Only because women go through stuff like that all the time. It don't matter what size you are. So I kind of feel for her and the story, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if I wanted to put my whole 52 episodes of my life out there. So what is your thought as a female, as a woman, and if you listen to her story, like?
You know, I was actually one of the people who went through all 52 parts. Embarrassed? No, I'm not embarrassed to say, but you know, I had the time to do it, so I did. Because honestly, I was engaged after the first two. I was like, "What? I want to see what's about to happen." So I'm literally, you know, showering, getting ready, and got my phone popped up, just like, "Oh, what? And what happened?"
Binge watch.
Oh, for real. It was like a little Netflix series. But honestly, for me, I'm really good with discerning and discernment. And so looking later on and putting the piece together of who the Legion guy was, I said, wait, she didn't know nothing was wrong with that man? Few minutes in, I knew he was a little off in the brain.
Okay.
So I think she just kind of tricked herself into believing something that she knew, because she already knew after a while, like, okay, I know he's not being too, you know, honest about certain stuff. But, you know, I just think she was a little dumb. You know, I think she really wanted a situation, you know, I don't agree with, you know, insulting people, because I mean, I don't think that had nothing to do with it. But some women or men in general, they get to a certain age, they don't have a person, they can get a little desperate and feel like, okay, I just need to settle with the first thing that wants me because, you know, I'm at my age, I want kids, I want marriage, I want the whole kit and caboodle.
I
So I
have
think,
a friend of mine right now that's like that.
Yeah.
And when the first thing comes along, he loves hard.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I think it's because they had, people like that haven't had it in a long
Right.
time. And it's
when
like,
it
all
don't work
right,
out, they get hurt.
yeah. So I think, she wanted it to be right so bad.
Mhm.
And she knew deep down, like, women's intuition never lies.
Yeah.
Like, she knew something was wrong with that man and he was probably always lying. So, I definitely empathized where it was like, dang. But girl, you gotta be accountable for what you're doing because the signs were there.
Mhm.
Right.
She even said it, like the red flags were there, but you
But
kept
she knew
going
them.
on.
Right.
But in retrospect, look at her now. Like she's doing all these good things. She's probably making a really good bag. She's traveling, going all the places that she wanted to go. So
Right.
it worked out great for her.
And Tubi just picked up a, it's gonna be sad.
I saw
But-
that. I saw the clip. I said, now Tubi,
Right. Come on, Netflix. Y'all gotta do better than that. 'Cause Tubi gonna make it look
Somebody
crazy.
gonna pick up that story again
Yeah.
and probably make the production on point.
Right.
But
Because when I saw it, now I'm gonna tell you, I only saw the first two, but people have talked about it so much. A friend of mine gave me some speed things. She was like, "You're gonna have to watch it in this speed because if not," and she know I get distracted real quick. But I can just tell by listening to the story and listening to other people, seeing her interviews and everything. I was like, yeah, she went through a lot of trauma, but like you say, she had to take accountability because a lot of times, a lot of us, not just women, but men, like you said, you have a male friend that told you that. We get to a point in our life. I want to be very careful what I say, but I want to say this. A lot of times we think we love ourselves and we don't.
Yep, and it was definitely for her that
Yeah.
she needed more of a healing journey for self-love,
Right.
ultimately for herself.
Right.
Because since she didn't have that, she was looking at it other places, and then she found a rock and was just like, whoa.
Right.
But it's like she wanted it so bad. Like, sis, if you would have just loved yourself a bit more
Right.
and practiced that self-love,
Yep.
then girl, you would have already seen it. But like, no, I'm good. Next,
Right.
you know.
Exactly. See, a lot of times, we as women, I don't know how it is for guys. A lot of times, because I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm 52 years old, and you get to a certain place in your life. Yes, I'm 52. Thank you. You get a place in your life, like if you gain weight or your body changes or you don't look the same like you used to, or like you said, you've been in a place where you've been single and you're getting to a point when you like, I want to be married, I want to have these things. So you start doubting yourself and and who you are. So when somebody come along like that, it's like, oh wow, like really, you think I'm beautiful? And because everybody want to hear that. Even beautiful women want to hear that. You know what I mean? So it's like I just felt like she did need to take responsibility, but I also felt like she dived into that because this is what she wanted. This is what she thought, But even listening to her and listening to the stuff that I did, I was like, that man was a fool. The man was crazy, and ma'am, you should have ran the other way.
Yeah, girl, you should have been skedaddled.
But one good thing, like you said, she getting she got the Tubi, I guess. I hope she gets some money off of that because Tubi tricking people.
She got signed to one of the major, I think, LA acting firms or
See?
something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And she's doing her little tours on her little talk shows and stuff like that. So something good came out, and I'm glad for her.
Reason.
But the thing about it, this man has damaged other people in this, because his first wife, and she didn't want to talk about it, but she came out and said what she had to say because she was going through her healing journey and everything. And this is something I want to say, like, I know that people use this word a lot, narcissist. I know a lot of times people use that word. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of us have that in us. It's just that some people have other levels.
Yes.
And it's like once you spot them people and them people get in your life, like I'm not that good at spotting things from people. I have to be around them because I'm a studier. And I start studying your ways. I'll be looking like, oh, okay, okay, that's how you do. This is who you are.
Right.
And once I start seeing that, like I know somebody right now that they are very controlling, and I'm a Libra, we don't like to be controlled. You know what I'm saying? So that right there would turn me off. Like, no. And my thing is like, when I'm around people that I realize that's a narcissist, it messes with my whole chi of myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it really turns me away from them.
Right.
And I think that's a good vice that I have because I probably could be fooled and be doing a 53 series, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's like certain things in my character and the person that I am when I get around certain people, and we always think that narcissists only come in the male form, females are in true child. Because your mother, your friends, they can be the same way. We think it's only in a relationship between a man and woman. No, you got narcissists as parents, and you have narcissists as friends.
Yeah.
So you have to be really
Or
careful.
siblings.
Yeah, and siblings.
Yeah.
You have to be real careful
Yes.
about that. And that's why I had learned how to study people. I had a friend of mine, he always asks me when he talks to me, he said, why do you look at me like that? And I'll be like, what are you talking about? He said, it's like you looking in my soul, like you think like you're trying to pull something. I said, because I'm studying everything you're saying. I said, and I've been doing this so long, I don't even notice that I'm doing it.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Wow, yep. I know exactly what you mean. I kind of do the same thing. Just kind of read people.
Who loves you? Because I think you're a sucker.
Damn. Hit me under the belt.
Did you watch those?
I am a sucker, but
Boom. Sorry. So did you watch the
no,
I didn't hear about it?
No,
So you ain't had no clue what we talking about?
No, it's the first I've heard of it.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
first I've heard
wow.
of it. Wait, what's it on?
what is it on?
It was on TikTok.
It's on TikTok.
But you
Really?
can definitely get like story, like
Yeah, I am watching
a
Country
whole
Wayne.
quick synopsis on like Instagram or something.
I'm over here watching Country Wayne stuff.
What is Country Wayne doing?
He got a little mini series on there too.
Doing what?
With his some stuff.
Oh, so you don't even know what it's about. He just got stuff going
Yeah,
on.
he got a lot.
Stuff.
He got a lot going on. He got a lot
Okay.
with ex girlfriends and the kids and all that stuff.
Okay.
And his is more, the skip thing. It's not.
Oh yeah, I did
Right.
see some of his skits.
Right, it's a skip thing.
Yeah. So what do you do? Like, how do you come up with your content and your creations when you do your content?
Oh, that's loaded. Honestly, it depends on what I want to go for.
Mhm.
So, for example, if I'm going out of town, I know a lot of my content is gonna be fashion,
Right.
Lifestyle, where I'm staying and stuff like that. I would say TikTok content and Instagram content totally different.
Okay.
Right.
It's somewhat the same, but it's a little different.
Yes.
Just because TikTok, you consistently post like the same. Say you did 5 different voiceovers in a day, you can post all those in that
Right.
same day,
Yeah.
an hour later. You
Right.
know, Instagram, you have to have a little more finesse on
Yes.
how you want to post
Right.
because you want to have to get the maximum engagement.
Right.
So it depends on the sound. It depends on like what they're talking about in the TikTok. But honestly, I just kind of free flow. You
Right.
know?
Okay.
I free flow with what I want to do.
That sounds good. 'Cause
It's all energy for me. It's
Right.
like what energy I want to give.
I just think that, like, even though I do stuff like this and I put on shows, I just feel like when I get in front of, like, to do stuff like that, it's like I can't get stuff out of my brain. Like, I'm overthinking and whatever. Like, when I try just to do a little voiceover for our the post on our Instagram page, it's like I have to do so many because I'm like, oh, I don't like how that sounds.
Oh, you're not the only one.
Like, I'll be like, wait a minute, did I say that word right? You know what I mean?
So you've seen a lot of my TikToks,
Oh my God, yeah.
and you see how crazy it is. But I have to do at least. Sometimes I've done it 10 times before I get the right one.
Oh yeah.
Right. So you're not alone.
Yeah,
That's
I
how
do
it
the same
goes.
thing.
Okay,
So if
I'll
you
have
focus on
to do it
a
a couple
specific
times.
sound,
Right.
oh yeah, you're gonna do it a few
And
times.
I'll rewatch it and I'll be like, no, I
That's not
didn't
it.
turn right, or my mouth moved before the voiceover, something like that. So I'll redo it again and redo it again.
Okay, because I be thinking like y'all like experts or something.
No,
I'll be like,
no.
Then after a while, I'll be like, forget about it. I'm going to bed.
I do it
Oh,
over and over.
well, and once you get that part, then you get into the edits.
And that's another thing. Like, I don't think I have enough time in my day to be
And
editing.
it is time consuming because everybody sees my TikToks and be like, you had too much time on your hands. But because I've had, and this is how sometimes the edit works. You'll see something in like, let's say 15-second video, 30-second video. But it took me a while because sometimes I got to change clothes and readjust the camera. Yep.
And that's another thing.
Because I got to do this person, this character. And then I got to switch back to that character. And
So did that take y'all like all day? Like, how did it work?
Yes,
But
well,
it's
it
fun.
depends.
it is, but it's
Like,
some fun sometimes.
Sometimes you can literally be, that's why I try to do content on days where I don't have
Too much to
too
do.
much going on,
Right,
so I
right.
can actually focus. But I also pre-plan.
Mhm.
So I will go through one day just to see what sounds I want to do.
Right,
I'll write them in my phone, like, oh, I want to do this sound. And automatically I'll have a thought, oh, this is what I want to do with that.
right.
Okay.
And then I also pick sounds that aren't that time consuming. So I'll pick something that's like 10 seconds that I could just, I don't have to do a bunch of characters.
Yeah.
I've never done nothing like that because I don't want to do, So I pick stuff very specifically because I'm like, all right, this is like quick. This is quick.
Right.
This is also quick.
Yep, yep.
But if you do it enough of them, it's like, oh, dang, you do all of that.
Right.
I did it on that quick time.
Yep.
I just changed my outfit to make it look like it was a different day.
Yeah.
But it was the same day. So pre-pick your sounds or pre-pick what songs you want to use.
Right.
And then write it in your phone. How I do, me personally, I see what concept I want to do and I write it down. And then later on, I would go my phone and be like, all right, today's content day. All right, I already know what sounds I want to use.
Yeah.
I already got them saved. This is what I'm doing with this. And then I'll do my 3 or my 4, whatever, and call it a day.
All right, so I learned something. I'm telling you, I'll just be like, yeah, I'm done.
Definitely just planning so you're not just scrolling like, all right, what sound I want to do.
Right.
Save all, because even if you're just scrolling on Instagram, you always find something that you potentially want to use.
Yes.
Okay.
So just go like, oh, shoot, I like that song. Let me save it.
Right.
And then I'll come back to it later and be like, oh, I can do this. And then you can even go to that sound where you see every other content and get motivation from that.
Right.
Like, oh, they did this with that sound. All right, I'm gonna try to do that too.
Okay.
Or go to one that's viewed the most and kind of mimic that.
Yes.
And make it fun.
And a lot of times, like when I look at it too, it's like sometimes I look at it and enjoy it, and then sometimes I look at it and say, okay, how did they create that? And I break it down.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, I could try that with mine. Let me try that. And they did this, they did that. You know what I mean? So now I'm watching it critique-wise to see how they did.
Yeah.
To figure out how they did the edits or how they did the whole camera movement, stuff like that. How did you get the camera to move?
You gotta go to his TikTok.
Oh, that means I gotta go watch it now.
Yeah, I don't think I have any ones on there, so those are actually pretty good. That's because I did them 10 times before I posted it.
I mean, some of them, it surprised me because I'd be like, that don't even seem like he would do something like that.
Right.
You know?
And that's what I tend to do. I tend to do something that's not in my character.
And you were also mentioning that you wanted to go outside that comfort zone.
Yes.
Do some sounds that you typically wouldn't do. Like, all right, let me try, but make sure they're just short. So, okay, I don't have to be uncomfortable too long. I can just do this because it's only a 7-10 second
Right.
sound that you got to
Right.
make.
Right.
Now, I guess my question to you, since you already create content, what is your perfect time to do the content? When I say time, like for example, me, I cannot do content if somebody's in the house.
Ooh.
I have to be by myself in the house to get it done correctly and get it done. Once everybody's in the house, it's going to the save, it's going to the back burner until they can leave.
I'm definitely
I
the
cannot do
same type
content.
of
Yes,
way.
I can't do content if someone's
Oh my gosh. Now I'm by myself, I live by myself.
Right.
But at first personally speaking, my brother had moved in because he had sold his house and then moved into the city for a while. And my creative chi was gone.
Right.
Like it's a difference about who's around you. I had a girlfriend who she was also into crafts and things like that.
Right.
Whenever we were together, we would always just create.
Okay.
She would be in her space, I would be in mine, and it was just always a flow.
Okay.
Right.
But yes, it does depend on who's around. Because sometimes like I said, my brother was there.
Mm-hmm.
I was never able to just go free and be like, oh, I want to just go in the living room and use this backdrop and do this.
Right.
No, it's like I had to see what time that maybe he wasn't there and then try to squeeze it in. But oh my goodness, it definitely blocks if you're not around a creative prone person.
Yes.
Who wouldn't understand that,
Right.
How to get into that mode. But it's definitely a mood killer if it's around too many people. I'm like, I don't want to do it no more.
Right.
And you get in that comfort bag because you're not doing it. So honestly, for me, this is a year where I'll be way more creative because of different circumstances now. Thank goodness. So definitely, I agree with you on that. It all depends.
And that kind of answered my question about getting into your creative mode, like for your music or when you're thinking of a design, like what kind of space that you have to be in to write? First of all, do you write? Because some people just come straight off the head.
Yes, I write.
Okay.
I'm a conceptual kind of gal. So I like concepts. I like to have storylines and stuff like that to organize my stuff. So yeah, I do write. I write a lot.
Okay.
So do you just do lyrics, or are you actually into the production of your rhythm, beats, and all that stuff, like off of with the Logic Pro and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so
And that's not easy because I
no, I
dabbled in
definitely
it, and it's
recorded. I record myself.
Yeah.
Usually, before I go into the actual studio, I use GarageBand on my MacBook,
Right.
and I've learned how to record myself using different tones, and I learned how to slightly mix. So a lot of times before I would record something in the
Right.
studio to pay your money, I'm like, let me do it for free in my space.
Exactly.
Have my have bought Beat headphones.
Yeah.
I got the new Dr. Dre's. And I would just kind of listen to some beats, and then I would come up with I call it a mumble track.
Right.
So my mumble track would be me listening to the beat, finding the cadence, the kind of the rhythm that I want to build on. So I'm like dun 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 based on the beat and what I hear, and then I'll fix up the words later to match that cadence that I'm building. So I would definitely that's my process too. So I have to be in a more peaceful headspace. Like I said, I do my bakes. I'm a 420 gal, okay? I'm a 420 gal, so that helps me get into my zhuzh and my mode. And like I said, I write stuff down. So any time of the day where I will hear a bar, I will hurry up and write it down in my notes.
Gotcha.
And I literally have so many titles saying random bars.
Right.
And at one point I had put those bars together to a record because it just meshed so well with the beat. But
right.
Yeah, that's my process.
All right. So what about in your fashion? Like how you have to get into the zone to create a piece or something like that. And who inspires you? As far as in the fashion world.
I will definitely say Little Kim. Back then was probably one of my biggest influences with fashion. She had the sex appeal kind of vibe that I really wanted to mimic, but make it my own. These days, it's so many different people, honestly, that just kind of inspires. But how I come up with concepts, I'll go to Pinterest.
Okay.
I'm sure everyone heard of Pinterest.
Okay.
That's a great place to find inspo for whatever you want to do, whether you're redoing your house, you're finding an outfit, you're looking for makeup looks. That's my go-to spot.
Okay.
So
Pinterest got a lot of great ideas.
Yes, it do. So I'll start off maybe scrolling, kind of go with the vibe I want to go to, face makeup, and then I will go there and be like, oh, that's cute. Save it, and then come back to it later. This is a look I want to mimic. i.e. these eyebrows I done today. I saw this on Pinterest and I wanted to try it, and I'm just that person to just try it, and I did. So that's just how I come up with most of my concepts, fashion wise. Pinterest. I write my ideas down, and then I figure out ways that I want to build upon them, and okay, what I need to get to make this happen. All right. I can. Okay. I got a little what's the name gun, a glue gun to kind of do some of my stuff. And then, I also buy pieces. I'm a piece kind of savvy girl, so I love buying small pieces and then put them together for major things later.
Right.
So I was in Vegas and I bought the maybe one of the looks you saw, I had this hat. It was this hat and had some bright goggles on it. It had all these studs on it. I bought it in Vegas maybe over a year ago. And then when OnlyFans came out and I did those color shoots with the green, the orange, and the blue, that meshed perfect. I said, oh, I'm wearing that hat with that.
Right.
But so it's all a timing thing for me, and it's something I build upon. It's not immediate.
Okay. I like that.
Hey, the vibe got to come to you.
Yeah.
Right. I feel that.
You
No, well, when she was talking about the writing thing, and you have to be in that space, and you have to, as soon as you get that those bars or whatever, you got to write it down. You got to write it. So that's how I am with the writing, with the book. When I write the book, it's the same thing because I've already started the other book.
No, he's writing his memoirs.
Oh wow!
Right. Yeah, my 54 episodes. Now it's 52. Right.
It was 53. So you're writing 54.
Oh, okay. Right, 54. I'm a guy, so I write 54.
You got one up.
But it's one of those things where it's I've actually gave my boss to read what I wrote so far, and she was like, I want to read more, and I was like, I need to get in my headspace to get it to finish.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. It's not that I could sit every day and write. I have, in order for it to come out the way I want it to come out, I kind of had to be in my zone. You know what I mean? I got to be in my zone.
And you got to take your time. You can't rush goodness.
Yes.
So is there something you ever want to do, write memoirs of your life or
Mhm.
anything like that?
Maybe. I mean, would have a lot to talk about. I've been
Okay.
through so many different phases
Hey,
of
you
life.
love challenges.
So hey, I do. I
Yes.
really do. So that may be something. And okay, here's something that you just said. Memoirs. I'm actually because I'm just a person that comes up with business ideas all the time.
There you
I
go.
like
But
that.
I am working on a vegan smoothie book.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah,
That works.
so it'll be
That works.
how like affirmation books are like short.
Yes.
It'll be very short.
Actually, I have one of those that I messed around with. I dabbled with that because Amazon had this thing where you can. I realized with Amazon you could publish your book really easy.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up that the first book I did was a book of short stories called Visits to the Caribbean, and it's a book about basically different islands. Like if you visit a different island, but I made it into story form. So like one story might be about a 12-year-old girl coming from the United States, visiting her father that she's never met for her entire life, going out there. So it's little stories like that I kind of created, but this to also show the island and what it was. So I had to research a lot of these islands to make sure I represented them correctly. So so it's one of those things where it was a lot of work, it was a lot of fun to do, but now I want to write something more compiled instead of just the short stories. But yeah, it's one of those things where, as you said with the smoothie book, yeah, once you get all that together, jump on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So and then she said the affirmations book. So I tried the affirmations thing, and it didn't sell as much, but I do give it out as gifts.
Okay.
Because a lot of people are this is yours, and I was like, yeah, I made this.
Yeah.
And I made it like basically a lot of women do the affirmation. Guys don't do that stuff too much, but a lot of women, that was really what I catered it for, was the women to go through and you start your morning and you make your little notes on one side. It was really easy to do.
So where are you gonna get your
Fun.
recipes for your book?
Ones that I made
Okay.
already.
Yeah, I was thinking that's
So
what
I
she was
have
gonna get it.
a bunch
Right.
of further on my reels, like further down when I would do smoothie Sundays.
Okay.
So today would be a day that I would put a smoothie video out. And all of my, like I said earlier, all of my smoothies I posted were all vegan. So
Right.
that's maybe about 15 recipes in itself that I built myself.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. You ever thought about, so you say you do the content for the smoothies, but you ever thought about doing like cooking, like the things that you have changed your lifestyle over to as far as eating and like doing that, like doing content and stuff like that to get people into more healthier eating? Because a lot of times, I mean, I know it's a lot of people out there, but sometimes when it's coming from certain people, some people gravitate to it.
Yes.
You know, like I see a lot of these love and hip hop girls. I didn't even know they knew how to cook. I just knew they knew how to fight and throw hands and stuff like that. And I wanted to ask you that too. I'm gonna come back to that. But not though, because I don't know enough like that. But I'll get back to that. But I seen a lot of them. They coming out with like how they get up and they do their cooking and stuff like that. So you ever thought about doing anything like that?
I thought about it, but I see that a lot. So it's like, I mean, you don't really see people making smoothies a lot.
I got you.
But, and I'm not going to say I don't cook, but I'm not a big cooker.
Okay.
But I would definitely consider, like, if you, talk about like the lifestyle changes I made and what other healthy alternatives I started to use. Like, I can do like something with milk, or how I use avocado, or how I use walnuts to make meat, stuff like that. But
yeah, that would be interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, that would be. Now going back to the other question that doesn't have no substance, but if you ever got approached to do a reality show, would you do it?
Depends on my contract, but I would definitely entertain it for sure.
Okay.
It would not be anything like a baddies, okay? Because look, I'm too grown to be on here trying to fight girls. I would be on there promoting spirituality and peace. I'd be like, girl, I'm too cute. Let's just go and meditate in this corner, girl. I'm gonna burn some sage in this house and get these evil spirits out.
Right. I know someone that did a reality show, and she was in a girl group, and the girl group broke up. She came back to Baltimore and, just living her life. But now she's doing excellent. I don't want to say her name.
Right.
But now she got her own business. She's been on the reality shows and stuff like that. And she did not like being on the reality show. She didn't like the fact that they try to make you do things that's not a part of who you are.
Yeah.
To
just get ready.
Yeah. She stayed on that for a minute, but now she's doing what I guess God has ordained her to do. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And her, I want to put the girl group out there because when I post the girl group and I tag her, she never says nothing. So I said that must be rubber. That group must have rubbed her the wrong way.
Yes, right.
But I still listen to that group to today. I love her. I'll tell you all that. But I love that group, and I love how and one of the people that's in the group is she's very well known that was in the group. So and I wanted to really find the rest of them and try to have like a where are you type thing with my
Where are they now?
Yeah. Like I said, I have the Savvy Entertainment Corner, and I wanted to try to shoot for that.
Definitely.
But,
That would be good.
Yeah, but that's another thing. Like, how do you feel about females in the industry and female girl groups? Because I was looking at something the other day, and it's just like a lot of the female girl groups, they don't stay together. And my other question was, how do you feel about females in in the entertainment business? How do you feel today?
Okay. So the first question was, how do I talk about girl groups?
Yeah, how do you feel?
I really have no sentiments on girl groups. It's unfortunate that, when it don't work out, but that's just like something that's been down in history for, kind of like male groups too.
Yeah, that's true.
It just doesn't work out. I mean, you have ego, you have personalities, you have money, all these different things that makes factors and changes people, for the better or the worse.
Right.
But I feel like that is, partially why things just don't work out.
Yeah, I think sometimes life just gets in the way.
Yeah, not everyone continuously is on the same path on where we should be going.
Right.
Some people want to be stagnant. Some people want to be like, oh, I feel like we can reach different heights if we do this.
Yeah.
So people be on different pages. That's why it's like, just be solo. I almost was a part of a girl group, but it was just like, that energy just wasn't for me. It's like, I like to do my own thing.
Shout out to all the girl groups that lasted for so many years.
Yes, come on,
TLC.
Right, SWV.
SWV.
Salt and Pepper, who's still doing stuff today.
Yes.
Even though that was a struggle for
Salt.
Yes.
The song was like, no, I'm saved now. I ain't gonna talk about shaking my booty.
Right.
I'm not doing all that.
And
Pepper was like, girl,
the issue with the one that was, what's her name,
DJ.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know what happened with her, but
Spinnerella.
Spinnerella. That's right. Spinnerella, right?
Yeah. She wasn't the original DJ.
Right.
Right. She came in later, and she just felt like she was never a part of the group.
Right.
And they tried to explain like she wasn't. She was the DJ.
Right.
But she felt like because she was there, she did it, and I felt what she was saying.
Yeah, because she was actually performing with them, having to do choreography with them. Like, girl, you part of the group.
Right.
She just has additional talent because she also DJ.
Because it was like the Run DMC where
exactly.
What's his name? DMC was there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right.
He was part of the group.
The group, right?
They would never say that he wasn't part of the group. He was just
right?
a DJ.
Right.
Yeah, and I just thought that was like a little mean girl thing.
Yeah. I really felt her pain a little bit, but because I feel like she deserved more recognition.
Yeah.
Because a lot of folks went to see Salt and Pepper, but everybody had somebody in the group that they kind of affiliated with, and I kind of, because I DJ a little bit, I affiliated. I love to see her style. You know what I mean? And it was like that was who I really went to see. But it was like, wow, she was part of the group. Okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was like a little slap in the face.
So the other question was, how do you feel about females in the industry today?
Right.
Not good at all. I think the feeling is just like, it's cliche. It's just very repetitive. It lacks luster, lacks growth. Like a lot of the female artists that I'm seeing, I wish had more growth.
Right.
Whether that was visually with their videos, whether that's fashion wise, mostly lyrics.
I was just about to say that, right?
Like I said before, I'm big on concepts. Like, I am the era where you had Biggie, your Kims, who was telling stories, your Aunt Dots, stuff like that. Stories that was not, and her stuff just wasn't like freaky, it was like she had storylines about how she grew up, different things. And I just feel like that aspect of like women in hip hop has changed dramatically, because I feel like people think they don't have to do so much. They can just rely on the sex appeal to kind of get what they need versus actually putting in work and coming out with better product.
Right.
So I definitely think but you do have some of those female artists out there that are really,
Good.
really dope. That's
Right.
like, oh, we need more of you.
Right.
Oh, I wish we had more of you.
Yeah.
But it actually motivates me because it's like I know what the game needs.
Right.
Sing and all this, I know what shifts it needs to happen to kind of.
And that's why we're waiting for you to come back out.
I know, and I will say, y'all, I promise y'all, I'm not gonna let y'all down, but everyone, especially creatives, like you have to have that time for yourself to really kind of, take a step back, see where you're trying to go, and kind of eyeball the situation to see how you want to go and move forward. But don't worry, y'all. Some music is coming this year.
Right. Well, I think we're running down on time now.
Okay. So once again, we're gonna close with you giving something inspirational to people in the music field, in the fashion field, and then once again tell us where we can find you.
All right. Well, the inspiration is always be yourself. Okay, no matter how kooky or weird people might think you are, continue to be yourself because there's always a place for any and everybody. There's always a lane for you. Be consistent and love on yourself. Love on yourself.
Right.
There you go.
And then you guys can find me at primarily my website, IamLadyDame.com, and of course my Instagram, Lady Dame Official, and subscribe to my YouTube. That's Lady Dame TV.
Okay, you heard it here. Good Vibes Television. I am Sandy E, one of your hosts, and this guy's who?
DJ PRS1.
And thank you for joining us again, guys. Hope to see you soon.